Hi there, everybody. It's Fred Thomas, and you are watching Rideable TV, the YouTube channel for frame and wheel, 80 bikes, and all things bike. And today I'm going to do a bike tour about this Pinarello Bolide TR Plus. But before I do that, let me remind you that Frame and Wheel is a leading full-service provider of selling services for cyclists, bike shops, bike companies, bike teams, and cycling-related nonprofit organizations. And here's a funny story. I recently had a conversation with a guy who, we were talking about frame and wheel, and he said, yeah, I think I talked to you once. I got some, some Campagnolo parts that need to get sold, and then you do that kind of thing. I said, yeah, I do it. Just call me. And then afterwards, I realized that conversation happened 4 years ago. So nothing's happened since the beginning, since that first point of contact. So just don't be that person. If you got stuff that has got to go, call me up, and I will figure out a way for you to get that from your place to our space using FedEx labels, third-party transporters. The only work you'll ever have to do is just getting it in a box and getting it to us. And after that, you're off the hook for the work. We will take care of it. But hey, you knew that. Let's talk about this Pinarello. It is a beautiful bike. It's a bolide. I learned that a bolide is a meteor that explodes in the atmosphere. And I'm not sure that's what you want in a triathlon bike, but it's celestial and cool. But when I first saw bolide, I thought bullied. I mispronounced it. Bullied. I was bullied in middle school. Were you bullied in middle school? I was certainly bullied in middle school, and it made me think of this bully who he bullied everybody in our class relentlessly and mercilessly, and he bullied me once. And it was one time too many. And I turned around and I remember punching him in his nose as hard as I possibly could. And there was this shocked look on his face. The classroom went quiet. And then he burst into tears. And then I burst into tears. And then the teacher grabbed us by the scruff of our neck and hauled us out into another room and forced us to reconcile, which we did. And then I just remember walking out of that room, and my whole class was, giving me high fives for the rest of the day. Good job, Fred. Even the alpha male, like the strongest, biggest guy in our class. And man, I guess the lesson there is bullies understand only one thing, and that is force. But that, I have to say, is a non-cycling digression. So let's get back on track. I don't know what made me think of that, but the name, obviously. But let's see. This is a 52 centimeter. So that will fit a cyclist who is 5'7" to 5'9". It weighs 18 pounds. It's full carbon. It's got the distinctive Pinarello, shape to the seat stay and the front fork, and it's running SRAM Red AXS. A drivetrain with a 4633 up front and a 1033 in the back. So that is definitely triathlon gearing. If you were to turn up with that kind of gearing at a serious time trial, they might not even let you into the starting gate. You would get dropped pretty quickly. Nowadays, time trial bikes are set up with 58s, 60s, huge gears. And, having done time trials, that big gearing makes a difference, especially on big downhills. But the good thing is that this front derailleur hanger on this frame set can accommodate about another 1.5 centimeters of movement of the front derailleur. So you could move the front derailleur up, put on some bigger chain rings, if you're going to do time trials. So that's they've thought about this, obviously, at Pinarello, and that's a good thing. But to digress a little bit more, if you are going to do that with SRAM, it's a little bit trickier now. If you want to get a 56 on there, you might also have to get a new front derailleur, so it can accommodate the bigger chain ring. Nevertheless, if you're going to do triathlons through the mountains, this is great gearing for that. And right, so then what else? The aero bars are integrated. So there's only one stem size. There's about 40 millimeters of spacer here that allows you to move the pads up and down. There's about 40 millimeters of space for adjusting the extensions. So it's not that much space. You probably can get more spacers to bring the pads up even more, but you definitely want to make sure that this frame set size is in the ballpark for you. There's that. It's got hydraulic brakes, 160 millimeter rotors. The wheels are very nice. They're ENVE 6.5, 6.0, carbon tubeless rims set up with Continental 5000s. 25 millimeters, which is aerodynamic by today's standards, and it's got Chris King hubs. So these are very fast, very versatile wheels, and on this bike, it is going to be very comfortable and quick. What else we got? Yeah, as I say, it's 52 centimeters. So some of the numbers here, the effective top tube is 53 centimeters. The head tube is 12 centimeters. The distance from the center to the top of the seat is 74 centimeters. This looks like a standard road seat that's on here. I would get an ISM Adamo, one of those time trial specific seats that are very comfortable. But you know what's best when it comes to that. And finally, it's got a lot of red highlights. So if red is your favorite color, you're in great shape. That's pretty much all I've got. It's on the store right now. If you got any questions about it, you can read the description on the listing. There's a lot of information in there. Or you can call me up, 207-415-3746, and we'll answer any questions you have. We ship in one day, and we ship quickly. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.